Hi there. So this is my first time streaming. Hi. So, go easy on me. I was given the task by Rambler to basically fix all of this pizzeria. I know it's not gonna be an easy task, but it's definitely doable. I've taken the liberty of going ahead and replacing the animatronics. I got these versions called the BAGs. Not sure what BAG stands for, but it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out which part I should do next. This is definitely quite a large scale. But I think it'd be best to start with the office. Because there's plenty that I can do at the office here. After all, we have a large selection of items. Primarily blocks. And boy, do we have a ton. So first off, let's get these doors out of the way. If I can just find these, it'd be easier to just type it out. Door. We want the blast doors, as well as the door button and the light button. Next, we're going to want the Faz wrench, so that we can get these hooked up. This should be everything we need to handle the doors. For now, I will do that. Okay, next, we're going to do this. That was the wrong spot. So we need to patch this up. Which, I want to use stone as the main building material for this. I understand it fits the style of FNAF, but not necessarily a good style. Just my personal opinion. I wouldn't take it too far. Of course, this is still good for how it is. Let's do that. And next, we're going to deal with this. So just completely get rid of these. Do we have a light out here? What light did they use for this? I have zero clue, but I think I can hook this up. I stand corrected. First off, let's get these placed down. White goes on top, white goes on bottom. I can easily hook up the doors to the red ones. Like so. So now, the doors are powered by these. It's plain and simple. Next, we need to get some management wanted lights if we want to hook these up. So let's go back to light. And normally I would use this type. Just a standard normal light. Put it in the corner, which I see this takes place in the void. And simply hook these up to their individual buttons. And just like that, we have working lights as well. Things are going good already. But next we need to handle some stuff. I'm going to do that and make it quite dark in here temporarily. And we'll add probably the light bulb, because it best fits FNAF's style. So just like that, we have the light bulb hanging in the room. Well, I might do something else with that here later. For now, let's get this desk handled. We obviously want a good desk. And we have 4 options here. We can do the regular FNAF 1 desk, which would be way too small for this room. Or we can do a modular desk, which would best fit our current room size. So, I'll go with modular. And get rid of these polished black concrete slabs. I think they were called stairs, or I wasn't paying attention to the name. I hate it when I do that. So we'll get rid of that. And we have an actual poster right here. An actual Celebrate poster. And so, we can place that right there. And we can even hawk it. Next, let's get the rest of this in check. We'll need monitors, which we have 2 types. I'm just going to take the regular monitor. We'll need Cupcake. We'll take that. And finally, we will need a terminal. Because, well, this is the Management Wanted mod. So pretty much all desks for FNAF need a terminal. So we have that. And then we can get a couple monitors in here. I believe that's a bit overkill. And yes, Cupcake can be placed. So, I'm going to, well, that doesn't make sense. Even if we even add that monitor. So we need to find some type of block that the cupcake will look good on. It's quite a hard choice, isn't it? I believe what could look good is a filing cabinet right here. Yes, that actually looks quite good. Let's finish fixing this wall. Here we go. I believe this one should work. And we'll add this one as the other one in the hall. As well as this one in the hall as well. So this one will go right here. I believe that looks good. Which we may actually have to redo these later. I plan to recreate the walls as well. But for now, we'll stick to these. So those look good. We'll add some more on this wall here. Perhaps some of these right here as well. Now what next? We've done most of the office except for the chair. I believe that is an easy fix though. And I'm pretty sure there is just a simple office chair in here. Yes, there is. So we can place that right about here. And just like that, we have a good-looking office. It's not too shabby. I believe we can add some extras by just putting some wires in the back. Can't go wrong with wires. It is tough getting those to go longer. I'm sure that's fine for now. Maybe we'll add them going a bit farther down. Yes, that should be good. I'll add more children's drawings in here. And that is a mistake. Don't worry, as scientists, we always make mistakes. I believe there is just some paper in here. Yes, paper. Just some simple pieces of paper. I'm not sure if paper can go on the floor. At least not with management wanted. Perhaps they should add that. But we will add the papers for this hall. Which they seemed to actually get most of the size. Most of the sizes and positions correct for most things in these halls. There are some things they missed, such as the very specific posters that are here. Now I know that they just used paintings for that. But we don't use paintings. We use the real deal. I believe there should also be a rules poster in here. Yes, safety rules. So get rid of the sign and place the rules. I'll keep that in the middle. I see debate on whether if that poster is in the middle or off to the side. Something I come across every once in a while. And my personal opinion is that it's in the middle. But you can have your own opinions. Let's get some shelves. I believe this one should be the correct one. That looks good. That is my bad. I'm thinking more along the lines of perhaps this. That's more like the size. We still have to do the papers for this hall. So let me grab the papers here. And we'll do these. There seems to be more in this hall than in any others. Now, commonly when I'm building, I like to add some extra pizzazz, even though it doesn't necessarily need it. if you know what I mean. Because while building the location is quite fun, you do also want to pay attention to detail and add your own unique spin on it. I see what they tried to do with these monitors, and I will try to replicate them. As best as I can, obviously. I believe that looks good. See, already, with these couple of changes, it looks quite good. Even the small changes make all the difference. Next, what I want to focus on is giving these halls a bit more variety. I'm thinking of these types of wires. So that alone does add some variety in this place. Let's take it up an extra notch and add a couple more. And like that, it does look a bit better. Of course, there's going to be a ton more in here in this hallway. And though I would like to add variety in the wires, I don't know the wires all too well. Which is why I am hesitant to experiment with others. Though as a scientist, I do like to experiment. I wouldn't be totally against the idea of trying out new types of wires. In fact, I'd be quite open to it. But I believe these wires alone add a base standpoint of what we are trying to achieve. Just like that, I do believe that looks much better. Is this supposed to be party streamers? It is hard to tell in the darkness. I do believe we have something like that in this mod somewhere. Yes, right here. Colored hanging stars. Just put a couple of those around the place. Now I believe we have finished most of the hallway, which means that it's time to move on to other things, such as this closet. Now I believe the appropriate door to have here would be a teal employee door. And there's some good things we could add here. But actually, first off, there is something I forgot in the office. Which is the fan. Perfect. Now let's get started with the papers. I believe the goal Rambler set for me is to have this place looking practically brand new. Which obviously means that all of the things such as spider webs have to go. I am unsure what they were trying to make over here, since I don't believe over here is even seen in FNAF. But I will try to keep their original vision as close as possible. Now, obviously, I may stray away from it a little bit, but that's often in the name of good looks. Our mistake once again. Now, I am quite unsure what these candles are supposed to be. But if I had to guess, this entire thing is supposed to be a shelf of natural amenities. In other words, a storage shelf. Like this one. Hmm. I believe that looks decent. Yes. I do like how this is turning out so far. All it really needs now are some wires. Which I will hang practically all around this room. I do quite like how this is turning out. Of course, it could be better, but this is good how it is so far. And with that, we should be done with the closet for now. And we can move on to something else. And I believe what I want to start on is actually something from Help Wanted. Which is the prize counter over here. Now, this especially works in our favor because, as we saw earlier, there's a free open space back here. So I believe with enough time and effort, we can turn this little back area into a prize counter. Of course, we don't need to use all of it, meaning that some of it I will cut off. Roughly to about here. I don't know why I started doing that. Being a scientist, you focus on a lot of things. So sometimes it gets to certain points to where you struggle to think properly at times. But we should be able to open up this entire area and turn it into a small little prize counter. First taking this. Ah. That actually makes a lot of sense. No, my applause for figuring out that. I'm ignoring that. Let's build this up to where we have a nice simple roof. Now, of course, now this is really dark, which is why I'm going to take these lights over here and use them as a way to light up this little room. We take that and grab a light switch. Boom. Or boom. 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 So now we have a light specifically for the price counter. Now isn't that just neat? Next, let's change the floor. And that. Okay. Now we have this little section. Quite perfect, isn't it? And I know just what we can do with it. Because we have our own price counter in this. So we can take that, line it across here, and these are all randomized. I should be able to randomize them a bit further. Like that. And now we can simply punch a hole roughly around here. Which means that we're getting rid of those drawings. But also means that we need a nice transition from this room to the next room. I believe the easiest idea to go with is just put stone. And then we can put a similar door right here. If that's the case, then we're going to change this to this. And just like that, we have a price counter. Now, here is something interesting. We need to figure out how to keep kids from just jumping over this. And I believe I have a solution. As if we go here, we should have here. Stone slabs. This will be a nice placeholder for now. But we can use these to keep players from jumping over. Now, what's actually going to be in here is our own imagination. Because unlike professionals, I don't necessarily have any kind of picture off to the side. So I'm leaving this up straight to my imagination. I'm going to take prize counter shelves. And then take some plushies, which I should be able to just... I'm pretty sure there's just a whole bunch of plushies. So we can get some plushies and put them around here. Which, though they may be a bit weird, we can at least know that they work as a placeholder. Where did I even place that? No, that was a button. We have a nice inverted kind of frame here. And then something else we can do. Grab this. Grab this. And we can just line this area up with a couple of papers and drawings. And I believe just like that, we have a nice working prize counter. At least for how it is right now. We could make improvements in the future. But this is a good starter. Now, I need some light. It is quite dark in here. Nope, that doesn't work. We don't have that mod. Rambler likes to install some random mods. I was maybe hoping that he had that one specific mod. Which, if you saw what I was trying to do, you know what I'm talking about. Now we need another one of these doors. Or actually, I have a better idea. I believe we have, yes, a kitchen door. Perfect. Now, this is an interesting room. Yes, I also put Golden Freddy in here. But this is an interesting room to do. Because we're dealing with... see, we are dealing with something very unique. Something that has brought up many conversations in the past. I'm talking about everyone's favorite FNAF 1 kitchen, in which no one knows exactly how it ever looks. And because of that, we have plenty of free reign to make it basically how we envision it. Now, again, I do want to keep a similar style to what these people had, and just put my own unique twist on it. We have other things than just Management Wanted, such as this Ultimate Faz mod. No idea what that is. But also a mod called Pizza Craft, which adds a bunch of stuff for pizza, such as pizza ovens, as well as olives for some reason. Just olive trees. As well as a bunch of pizza ingredients. We have flour, we have pepper slices, we have tomato, we have cheese, we have tomato slices. Yet I don't see a single pepperoni. A little disappointed. But we can use this stuff to do some stuff for the kitchen. So I'm gonna grab a couple things. And we can go from here. Right off the bat, I'm going to replace this stuff with actually working stuff. Stuff that you can actually use to make pizza. As well as pizza ovens. Don't know why they are already eliminated. They're just already cooking, I guess. Yes, that does provide some light. I'll put chopping boards on top of these, as well as some granite basins over here. Just like that, we already have a decent looking setup. No, I don't believe we have a fridge. Yeah. Let's try looking through all this stuff. Because I know they do have some extra stuff. Like, what is Buddy's computer? Just decoration, I guess? I'm not sure. They have guard outfits. Hmm. We have a bunch of stuff for this. I don't believe they even have any kind of fridge. That's odd. They have plenty of bathroom supplies, yet no fridge. That's probably the strangest thing I've ever seen. Now, I have seen some strange things. Like how my mind acts around Picky. That's so odd. I don't know, we'll go past it for now. But these can definitely be changed. I believe this is good for now. I do believe I want to move Golden Freddy back a little bit. So I will simply grab this. Just simply pick him up and move him. I believe that looks good. I think for now the kitchen looks alright. I will likely fix it in the future. But for now, that should be all for this video. Because my time's running out, and frankly, either way this has been a very long video. And I'm not great at the streaming stuff. I'll probably make a part 2, but who knows. But until then, I will see you guys.